what we call it as a problem management. Okay. So one time or two time it is we are getting incident, but incidents are repeating. So there is a definitely a root cause. You find a root cause and resolve the root cause. So then your incidents will be reduces. This is also a problem management. Okay. And also regular maintenance. I given one example, like a bike example I given. So you take your bike or a car to the regular maintenance. Within every 3 months or 6 months, you take in and do all the previous things. So then obviously number of incidents occurs may reduces. Okay. And I given some example, so you can ignore the example also. So I given an example that is like a uh, there is incident happened. So actually it is happened in our office, in a Pune office, not in Hyderabad office. Okay, so I have an experience in that place. Okay, with the issues. Okay, so suddenly a system stop working. We don't understand. We check. I open the cabinet and check the hard disk cable connectivity. That is some loose connection. So I disconnect and reconnected it and turn on my desktop PC. So then it is working. After few days, again same issues. So I want to find a root cause of these issues. It is a cable loose connectivity. So then I change the cable. So then issues is not working again and again. So guys, sometimes it is required to do some change to resolve the issues. Okay. Then what is the change? Problem management is mainly for doing a regular maintenance or maybe to find a root cause of an instance. And by taking some preventive measures, issues won't be occurs again and again. That is the main aim of problem. What is the problem is when you do it, once you resolve the problem, the number of issues will be reduces. Occurrence of an issues will be lesser. What is change management? Already I told to solve an issues, you can also do some changes. Change management. Change means like a updated, updating, upgradations, replacement. It can be updating a server, or it can be updating an antivirus, or maybe an updating some code, maybe updating some settings. Upgradations. Maybe I add an extra RAM. Okay. Maybe I upgraded my cable. Maybe I upgraded from normal my router to, and maybe I upgraded my firewall. So upgradations or replacements means so there is some issue like a server is down because of RAM failure. So I replace the RAM. Replacement. Okay. So updates, upgradations, replacements comes under change management. Guys, in the change management, important point in the change management is it is an important like first to update or upgrade or replace, you have to check the compatibilities. Okay, you have to check the compatibility. You upgraded your RAM, but before that one, make sure that that RAM is compatible with your system or not. Check the compatibilities. Okay, check dependent changes. Check the dependent changes. Sometimes you change something, maybe other thing may be change. I will share one of our uh, friend or sir, anything you can say. He explained one change management, which is he faced in a real time. Okay, I face some few, but this is very interesting one. There is a administrator department is there, networking department. Our Sai Prasad sir is working in networking department, network engineer he is, and there is a system engineer also there. One of the system engineer updated. antivirus. The new antivirus patches occur. So without informing to anyone, without testing or without checking properly, just he updated antivirus server. Okay. So what happened? So at a night, evening means the people will do shifting. Means it is a kind of big BPO. It is there is a name for that one also. Okay. So there is a 3,000 members, 1,500 plus 1,500. 1,500 members has to be log out. 1,500 members has to log in. Almost all in a 5 minutes duration. So lot of things are came. So lot of requests are coming to this firewall. So what happens? So to the servers for authentication, the network is stopped. Okay, 1,000 members maybe successfully log in. Remaining is for login log out for 1,000 members. Remaining is cannot able to log in or cannot able to log out. So what happened? Huge loss for the organization. It's a simple is updated kind of stuff. One second, one second. Okay. Okay. So what happened? So there is a big issue. Okay. So they check all the logs, what happened, kind of stuff. Finally, they find the last 3 days of a logs, what happened. So what are the changes are occur? They find this is a upgradation is happened in an antivirus system. That upgradation not done some dependency changes. So because of that dependency changes not happen, so the antivirus think it is unusual thing is happen. Some ambiguities happen in that one. So some unusual happen in system. It think it is some kind of attack. It stop functioning. It's not authorizing any user for authentication for login or logout. It is not doing any authentication. Okay. So guys, that is why the change management is always an important. So that's it is we have to pressurize on the change management. Okay. So to change, guys, if you are a change management person, so you are going to change something. What are important? So you have to check the compatibilities. You have to check the dependencies. You have to test before applying changes and make sure that this change will give a better than earlier. For example, I change my something like I do certain changes. I increase my RAM capacity. So then my system has to be function better than earlier, right? I change some piece of code. So then it has to do some better than earlier. It has to give some easy functionality. Okay. So it is, so why you require to change? That is, you have to define why change is required. That is, you have to define and check the compatibilities, check the dependencies, check the test before applying changes. And very important is budget. Is a budget is allowed to do some changes. And all these things you have to discuss with the CAB. What is a CAB? Change Advisory Board. What is a CAB? Change Advisory Board. Okay. When you do changes, you have to do document it, inform in CMDB, and discuss with the CAB. If CAB agrees, you can do the change. Okay. If CAB agrees, if change advisory board agrees to do the change, you can do the change. Okay. So that is the point. So you are upgrading from your Windows 10 to Windows 11, or maybe you are adding a RAM or maybe you are upgrading your processor, or maybe you are upgrading your internet. So sometimes it is required some dependency changes, compatibilities, budgets. For example, I have a i3 ninth generation system. I want to upgrade it to i5. Is my budget is okay? Is i5 ninth generation is available? Can I put a i5 10th generation on it? Compatibilities, dependencies, and budgets are important. Just for our understanding. I want to increase my capacity, my um, what we can say internet speed. So it may have to require to change my router also, and charges, dependent charges also there. Right, that one simple. Okay, guys. What is a normal change? As we discussed, same thing is normal change. You want to update or upgrade or replace like a infrastructure or an application or a server. You have to check compatibilities, budgets, component availabilities, dependencies, test before applying changes, calculated d- planned downtime, inform to your clients, inform to your clients. This is the point I have written again. Okay, calculate downtime. How much downtime is may required if you do these changes? If you start doing changes, maybe it is 1 or 2 hours. Downtime has to be maintained. So that is you inform to that your clients are not. Take permission and a discussion or a discuss with your cab. So, I think and plan for rollbacks. Plan for rollbacks means you would have done everything and make sure that there is no rollbacks. Means you have done everything, every research you have done, and finally you apply the change and should be applied correctly. It should function properly. Just in case, like a 99.99%, it should be successful. Just in case there is a 0.001% failure. So you must roll back to the previous settings. For example, I increase my RAM capacity, or maybe I change the code. You know, when I write a code, a piece of code, a Java code, or maybe a Python code I've written, I've done some changes. Then it's not working. It's not function as earlier. So I can able to roll back to the previous code. Plan for rollbacks. Okay, and compulsory document it. Inform in CMDB. Okay, this is the change management, and change management is always a big deal in out of all these things. This is change management is always big deal because you have to discuss and take a permission from change advisory board and discuss with the clients and discuss for a planned downtime. Guys, understand change management?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But sometimes you may not having that much time. Suddenly server is down. Maybe that is may service is also down, or maybe there is more impact on the customer base. Maybe it is slow downing your services, or maybe the services become unavailable if in case the server is down. Okay, so what you will do? You don't take much time like a planning and all these things. We don't do it. For example, disk is failure in the server. Disk is failure. So what you will do? You will insert another disk, or maybe a RAM failure. You will do change the RAM. A cable is not working, so you will go and change the cable. So that is called a emergency changes. In case of emergencies, we may not follow these many steps. May not follow these many steps, but few steps we have to follow. What it is? Any failure is occur like a component failures, so it will compromise your infrastructure. It is compromise your service. Okay, it may down your service. Okay, it is interrupt your services. What you have to do? Immediately we'll go into change. But if you change, what is thing? Example, a disk is failure. You replace the disk. Verify it is working or not. notify to CMDB and CAB and document it. But these things are common. But in normal changes, these comes first. Documentation, CAB, CMDB comes first. But in emergency changes, we do change and make sure it is working, then document it and inform to CMDB. Even though you must inform in a CMDB. CMDB is nothing but a database. It's kind of an application. So what are the changes you have done? You have to give that information in that database. Okay. So you have to discuss. You have to tell the change advisory board. You have to send the document. This is an issue, and this is the change we have done, and this is the result of the change. Now it is working and running fine. Okay, that is emergency change. Guys, understand? Emergency change.
Yes, sir.
The last one is service request. The last one is a service request. What is a service request? Request from a user for information, advice, or standard changes to the IT services or accessing to the services. Example, I want an internet connection. Service request. I want to upgrade my internet speed. Service request. I want VPN access. I want printer access. I want a server access. I want a database server access. I want to change my password. I want to change up some services. Upgradation system. For me, my laptop is 16 GB. I want 32 GB. Upgrading my system. I want have a Windows 10. I want to upgrade to Windows 11. Okay. Right. So these are the service request. So either you are asking like how much for the upgrading our internet speed, or maybe can I get a VPN access? Can I get a printer access? Maybe you may ask for information or advice or standard changes or accessing a services, accessing resources, IT services. So that is called a service request. In generally, people will ask you what is the difference between service ticket and incident ticket. Because tickets are two types. Service ticket is there, incident ticket is there. And incident and problem is commonly what is the difference between incident and service request or a incident ticket and service ticket? What is the incident and problem? What is their differences? Find out those things. I given some few points here to know that is you want to install a and configuring Outlook. It is a service ticket. Okay. Outlook is not working and unable to send emails. It comes under service ticket as well as incident ticket also sometimes. So I will give you this easy part. Example, a new employee request for a Wi-Fi password. A new employee request for a Wi-Fi password. I have given that example starting only, right? Service request management. What is the solution? New employee should be given the Wi-Fi password attached to their onboarding email. Example, customer are not able to take payments due to the broken card swiping machine. The payment is not because of they don't have a funds, it is because of swiping machine is not working. It's not working, right? It is incident management. So if the machine is old, you should replace it, or else vendor should be informed about the same. What is it? Swiping machine not working. Swiping machine is damaged. It is incident management. An internal employee complains that CRM software is running slower than usual. It's running slower. It may be say service request team. And what is service request? It is not functioning if it is down. So CRM software is down. For example, Salesforce server is there. It is down. or maybe dynamic CRM is down, like a ERP mission is down, that application is down, then it is incident. But it is slower. So you have to increase, you have to connect it to the specific server team, or maybe who is providing that specific services. You have to connect them, ask where it is slower, and increase their change requirement to increase the speed of that application. Okay, server. So that is the solution. Okay. So here it is. I give an example. Some may not agree that is not working means incident as per my point, but you can also check it which is one is incident, which one is service ticket. Okay. Guys, understand what is a service ticket and what is the incident ticket and differences.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, guys, please take a break and we'll discuss about what is SOP, KEDB, and there is a few things we'll discuss in a ticketing manner. Okay. Like I will show like how ticket will be created, how to transfer those things we will going to be discussed. First, we'll discuss about SOP and KEDB and troubleshooting model in SOP. Then also we can see some voice ticketing software if possible. Okay, so it's already it's around 4:10, so 4:09. So take a 15 minutes break is enough. 4:25 max. Be there in 4:25. 4:30 is also okay. Okay, take a break. Be back by 4:25. Is our recording is done. So recording.